It is a big day for one local nonprofit. After being grounded for 2 years because of COVID, the Inland Northwest Honor Flight is taking off once again. The group takes local veterans to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials built in their honor. And KREM 2 is flying with them today. KREM 2's Laura Papetti live at the airport this morning, getting ready to travel across the country with 100 veterans. Good morning, Laura. We love this event and love what this program does. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to fly with Honor Flight because you are surrounded by 100 heroes, men and women who have changed our world. And so it's exciting. After being grounded for over 2 years, of course, due to COVID, they finally get to take off again this morning. So there's a lot of excitement. They're working through some bugs, a little bit behind here this morning. No big deal. The veterans are like, we waited for 2 years. What's a few extra minutes? So it is a good day here at Spokane International Airport. 3 different wars represented. So we have a World War II veteran, 5 veterans from the Korean War, and 94 Vietnam veterans here today. And so we're excited to be able to celebrate them. I want to introduce you to one. She sort of stands out in the crowd a little bit. Her name is Louise Griffith. She is a U.S. Marine Corps veteran from the 1960s, and you are representing here today as the only female. But you've been in the Marine Corps, you've been around a few men, so it's not a big deal, right, Louise?
No, not at all. I'm very happy to be here, and this is the thrill of my life, and I know we've waited for 2 years, and I'm anxious to go.
Worth the wait? You're ready to roll? You're ready to see those memorials? Have you seen them before?
No, I haven't. I've only seen a couple of them, but that was back in 1960, so that's a long time ago.
So what is something that you're very excited to see once you get to Washington, D.C.? What's on your list?
I would say probably the Marine Corps Memorial. I want to see that, and also the changing of the guard is going to be real fascinating, I think.
Do you think it will be mostly exciting? Do you think it'll be a little bit emotional, a mixture of everything?
I think it'll be a little bit of both. I'm just like, oh, I'm really excited to go. So this is amazing. This is one of my bucket lists. It's just absolutely amazing for me.
Well, Louise, we say thank you for service. Thanks for being here today, and we'll see you on the plane.
You got it, girl.
All right. Thanks, Louise. Again, the only woman here on Honor Flight today, but she said that's nothing. And she also mentioned, and we've heard it from several veterans, that they've waited now for over 2 years. So most of them are extremely anxious to get out that plane and get going. Do want to mention this. Here is a great way to honor our men and women of service. Tomorrow night, Honor Flight will come back after a whirlwind tour. They will land here at Spokane International Airport, 7:30. We'll be in the main ticketing area, and we want to fill it with people welcoming them back, flags, signs, good wishes. It is a welcome home, many of them tell us they never got. So we would love to see you here at the airport tomorrow night. Also, if you would like to support it, none of these veterans pay to go on this trip. It is supported by Inland Northwest Honor Flight, so you can easily make a donation, and any amount makes a difference. Just text the word honor to 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to your phone, or you can visit krem.com or the Inland Northwest Honor Flight page. I know they would appreciate your donation. So we have to get packed up as well, because we are flying with all the veterans and all the volunteers to Washington, D.C. to tell the stories of our heroes, and we can't wait to be part of that journey. So I'll send it back to you.
Laura, before you go, you've covered Honor Flight for several years now. Tell us just how significant and how much this means to the veterans once they land in Washington, D.C. and get to visit those memorials.
Well, we've talked to a few folks here this morning that have told us it's a huge mixture of excitement, emotion. Some of them have told me, one gentleman said he's brought some gifts to leave at the wall, the Vietnam Wall, to say goodbye to his friends. Many of them have told us, look, when we came home from Vietnam, we never got a welcome home. So getting some closure and then coming home to a cheering crowd is a really big deal to this group. So we're excited to be a part of that, a small part of that, and be able to bring everyone the story. So there's a lot here today. It is, like I said, 2 years in the making because of COVID, but remember, decades in the making for many of the veterans who have been waiting to see the memorials.
We are so thrilled for them. Laura, thank you. And be sure to follow Laura on Twitter to follow their journey today as well.